Welcome, Divine One, to your full moon tarot and oracle card reading. In honor of the full moon in Leo that's taking place on the 5th of February 2023, I'm going to be pulling cards for all 12 zodiac signs. The purpose of this reading is to bring you the most healing and guidance at this time. Full moons are a powerful time of healing and purging in our lives. It's also a time where we close out cycles, reach culmination points in our lives, and go through deep healing on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level. This full moon that's taking place on the 5th of February is in the sign of Leo. Leo is the ruler of the 5th house, which primarily deals with parent-child relationships, romantic partnerships, entrepreneurial endeavors, creative endeavors, communication. And being that Leo is ruled by the sun, this will also deal with the ego, our persona, the way that we show up in the world and the way that we express ourselves. Leo is all about expression. So in this reading, I'm going to look at what is being healed for you at this time and how you can prepare for the full moon in Leo. Full moons are a great time to journal, to script, to do ritual, prayer, candle work, anything that you do, your meditation practice. It's also just a time to really be with yourself and heal, release, and process information, to also tap into gratitude and celebrate yourself for how far you've come along on your journey. These tarot and oracle card readings are going to be for your sun sign, your moon sign, as well as your rising sign. So you'll have 3 placements to choose from in the comment section, as well as the description box below. Whenever you're coming across this reading will resonate with you. I'm setting the intention for these healing messages to be timeless. However, if you're coming across them before the full moon in Leo, then this is great because you're being given an opportunity to use the guidance provided in this reading as a starting point moving through this full moon in Leo. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the reading. Welcome, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to your tarot and oracle card reading, my beautiful Taurus. So let's go ahead and get your healing messages for this full moon. So I'm going to honor this card here. We have the King of Swords, okay, Death and Rebirth, 4 of Pentacles, okay? So I love this for you. So what I can see here that's come full circle, that's reached its culmination point, is the fact that, well, first of all, you have the Death and Rebirth card here, okay? You have the King of Swords and you have the 4 of Pentacles from the past, as the past energy that's leaving. So up to this point, whenever you're coming across this Taurus, there may have been an energy of feeling like you have to hold on to your money, feeling like you know, fearful that you don't have enough, fearful of the future, financial future, of tomorrow, whatever. Okay, some of you might have just felt like you need to watch your spending, watch your budgeting, and things of that nature. There has been a lot of, okay, now I just want to say this, for some of you, this could be from a limiting situation that you've been involved in, right? Feeling like you don't have enough based on, you know, evidence. And then for others of you, it's a feeling of, there may have been a feeling of insecurity on some level. But for others of you, it's also like maybe some of you are saving money, you're penny pinching because you have a goal, you have a plan, so you're saving for something like down payment money or something to that effect. Or maybe just wanting to have emergency funds, reserves, or whatever. I don't see this being necessarily a bad thing. I do feel like a lot of you have been learning how to manage your money better. A lot of you are wanting to get out of debt if you're in debt. A lot of you have been in this energy for some time where, okay, if you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, there could be an energy of feeling like maybe the business is not thriving the way you would have wanted it to, or meeting certain, you know, goals that you've set for the business. There is a death and rebirth that's taking place at this time whenever you're coming across this. And this is a big deal. This is because this is something that's, you know, closing out here. And I really feel like it's a mindset. It's the way you have been viewing something or going about finances, really, because it's 4 of Pentacles here. It's also feeling like you have to protect yourself, right, from someone or something or people like you can't trust, okay? It's also feeling like you could lose something at any time, or something could like be taken away. And this is leaving your life, okay? This is no longer serving you. King of Swords. Moving forward, you guys are focusing on the justice. Like from this point forward, whenever you're watching this, this is your mindset. This is your focus. Is how can I bring in what I deserve? How can I create a life where my value is being, appreciated or seen, acknowledged through the work that I do, that the pay that I'm, making matches what I know I deserve, enough to take care of myself and others or my responsibilities, where I'm not overworked. A lot of you want to bring justice to a situation. Okay, you could also be dealing with someone that sees you going through what you're going through and feels like they want to bring justice into the situation for you as well. Or you might have a significant other just because you have Venus here as the supporting energy with the number 16. And this is the Leo energy, right? Fifth house, full moon in Leo. So it does make sense to me that it could be for many of you like a romantic partner or someone in your life that sees what you're going through and wants to build with you, create. So just know that you are in the process of creating this, Taurus. You are in the process of breaking out or free of financial struggle, limitations, whatever that is. It's being released. So I would advise you and encourage you during this full moon to do a ritual where you can release, a writing exercise, journaling. So you would write out the things that are an issue, the scarcity, the limitations, the things that you perceive as problems when it comes to your money or finances or whatever. So you could write out like, I, have this and that, or I don't have enough, it's like things like that, right? You would write out the negative things. I don't really want to say them out loud, okay? Whatever the situation is. And you would burn that piece of paper and release it, okay? Transmute that energy back to source and back to Gaia and release what's no longer serving you. You could also start off the top of the paper by saying, I release, clear, cancel, and release the fact that ... and then list out a bunch of things. And then you would write another letter saying, I now call in, or I set, intend, and manifest. Or you could also just do an I am letter, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then you would list literally the opposite of each of those things. Okay, so if one of them says, I don't have, I'm, not making a certain amount of money or whatever, you would say, I am making this amount of money, I'm doing this. So it's basically writing a bunch of things that are like painful or frustrating or negative, burning them and releasing them, and knowing that they will shift, and then calling it in by creating. Okay, because remember guys, we create with our thoughts, our minds. Our spoken word and our written word will only create it more and anchor it in, right, into the vibrational field, the sound field, but also into the material realm by writing it out and then speaking these things into existence. But also guys, when I say write out negative things, I don't mean like write out what the problems are. You might want to just write out the things that you want to release. Okay, I want to release this burden thing. I want to get rid of this job, or, things like that. Anyway, guys, that's just something that's really beneficial to do during the full moon. So let's go ahead. I don't know what's going on with me in Taurus. Like your readings, I feel like I've been blocked when I communicate with you guys. It's very strange. I feel like I have trouble talking to you guys in the last 3 readings that we've done. So forgive me for that. I hope you're not like... Okay, so angel message for you, spiritual growth. Yeah, spirit, your angels, they want you to know that you guys have been going through a spiritual journey. You've been going through a lot of healing. And part of any struggles that you've been facing, or any scarcity, or any feelings of self-preservation and survival mode, things like that, are part of your journey. As you continue to release these things, as you continue to have faith in tomorrow, believe in your worthiness of, the business thriving, your jobs paying you what you want, or getting that dream job, making more money. This is all coming as you continue to do this work and working on yourselves. This is, elevating you on your spiritual path. This is bringing in more of what you want, right? Doing the spiritual work. So a lot of the reason why certain things are the way they are, I'm hearing, is because you've been on some sort of spiritual journey. You're still growing on a soul level. And maybe there have been some like limiting beliefs or certain, even just ways of thinking and viewing the world and how life is supposed to be, Taurus. In terms of the order of sequence that things have to play out in your life, for some of you, it may be like the way that things have to be done in order to materialize financial gains and success. Like there's something that you're going to be looking at here that maybe, you know, that whatever it is that hasn't been working out to this point, there's a need to shift. There's a need to go in and go within and lean more into the spiritual side of life at this time for you instead of the practical side, right? It's for some of you, I'm hearing it's not about going to work, working overtime, clocking in, clocking out, and just trying to like make money at a job and having no time for spiritual practice, having no time to manifest something greater, having no time to learn and grow, right? It's not all about working out, you know, like it's about something, that's an example. It's not going to be for everyone. That's just an example. It's about something that's no longer working and needing to shift it. And that can be difficult with the death and rebirth energy, but just know that you are in the process of it and it's going to happen. There's something bigger and better coming in. Okay, can we get another guidance card for our beautiful Taurus? Okay, Aries had the same energy. Push through insecurity, Taurus. You're being asked to really work on the inner world, the mind, on your emotions and your feelings in regards to money. I feel like for a lot of you, there are insecurities. Maybe there was lack. You know, the full moons are always a great time for healing. So if this reading is triggering for you, you know, that is kind of what it is. Like if there's something triggering, there's something that needs to be looked at. So like if some of you might have like childhood wounding, you know, scarcity from the way you were brought up, right? Cancer energy, the family, maybe you didn't come from wealth for some of you, right? You didn't come from comforts. You know, you've had to learn, or you were told that you had to really work for the dollar and like that's the only way. You know, it's like that's a program that is needing to be overridden. And I see, then that's what this full moon is giving you an opportunity to do. Just talking about these things with you, I almost feel like, yeah, it's not an easy conversation that you're being asked to have with yourself. Okay, where it's about going within and dissecting these things. So, you know, and these things are going to come up. They're already playing out for whoever this is for, right, Taurus? So it's about when they come up, it's like, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why am I going about life this way? And it's really like psychoanalyzing yourself on paper or out loud. But really, I would do it on paper, like writing out the negative things and then asking yourself, why do I feel this way? What about it? Where did this come from? And then doing all that, getting to the bottom of it and then transmuting it, because realizing that it's misplaced, that it was not your burden to have in the first place, right? It was, you know, it's not based on the reality that you want. So it's like you create your reality. So it's like shifting that belief and writing, okay, even though this and that, I've been believing this for so long, now I know that I don't have to carry this. I now forgive myself, forgive my mom, forgive my dad, you know, whatever, forgive myself, my employer, whatever. And I know that I'm worthy of this and this and that. I know that that money comes to me with ease and grace. I know that I can monetize my gifts and talents. You know, whatever it is that you really want to create in your life, purchase a home, buy a home, you know, like really start working on those belief systems and affirmations and having faith that you can, and then realizing that there's some limitation that you've been carrying about the way that you think you have to make it happen. Okay, that's basically the message I'm trying to get across. So with insecurity, just continue to work on that. It's also a time to release any negative self-talk. Write it out, release it, and then write the opposite of that. Write the truth, which is that you're enough, love, abundance, right? Like I told Aries, was, you know, God loves you, source loves you, the universe loves you. You are more than enough. You're perfect. We're all perfectly imperfect, you know, like we're just the way we are. And so loving that and nurturing that and not being hard on yourself is going to help you shift out of this Four of Pentacles mode and allow you to be able to create and call in more, okay, more material, because a lot of you want more material. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that there's other ways to go about it that doesn't require you to break your back. Like still do the work on a physical level, right? But also lean in at this time, basically. There, you know, especially because guys, we're in Aquarius season, we're in moving into Pisces season. So don't be hard on yourself at this time. Like, this is a time, it's great for creative projects. It's great to really be spiritual and connect and heal, right? Like an Aries season, Taurus season, Gemini season, those are all going to be great times for you Taurians to really be practical, right? Be really practical and see yourself moving fast. Right now, if you're really practical, you might not feel like you're getting where you need to be. And it's because there's a natural cycle, right? A natural progression that takes place with the astrological new year, and we're coming to an end, right? So anyway, Jet is really good for you, Taurus. By the way, if you're still here, thank you for being here, because I know that this reading was kind of cringe. It was cringe for me. It was a little cringe for me to do, honestly. But at the same time, it's so like needed for someone. I know that it's so needed. And that's why I want to do these healing messages. So I just have to give it, like, read it how it is and whatever. But Jet is really good, Taurus, for you at this time. It's a great protection crystal. The affirmation says, I'm always divinely protected. I know I am safe. This is going to make you feel a lot more secure. I mean, you know, the crystal's going to support you. At the end of the day, you're the one who's doing the work, but the crystal's going to support you when it comes to your money. You know, I would even have one in my purse, and your bra, and your heart chakra, because, you know, I am sensing heart chakra. A lot of you hold the fear in your heart chakra. I almost feel like maybe some of you in the solar plexus, but it's more of you is in the heart. So this is showing me that it's an emotional attachment to your money. It's an emotional thing, Taurus, that you have been going through, whoever this is for, like, where it's very much here in the heart. Maybe people have taken advantage of you in the past. Maybe people have tried to control you through money. Maybe you lost it all as a child. You know, you saw your family lose these things. You know, whatever it is, you know, some of you might need to go to therapy or find a counselor, or you might want to do a one-on-one session. But you know, these are the things that you're being asked to work through this full moon, right? This full moon covers parent-child relationship. You know, you're a parent and you're the child, or if you have kids and you're the parent. It's going to cover the way we make money, our businesses, our creative endeavors. For those of you who are working for someone else, it's also going to trigger that dynamic between you and the job, you and the employer, you and the boss. Romantic relationship. But I feel like for a lot of you, if you are in a romantic relationship, this is the supportive energy that I'm seeing here. So I feel like you could even have these conversations with this person. I do feel like this person might be a little more methodical and logical. So you could be dealing with someone who, like, kind of doesn't really go into the emotional side of things. They might just try to problem solve for you, which is kind of how this reading might be coming off, you know. But I hope not, because there is a big level of compassion here. It's just that I have to be analytical with the reading. I have to, like, you know, go into the psychological side of it all. So this fell out. It says attune to the divine. And I really was picking this up for you, Taurus, like really going within and connecting with source, right? You have Cancer and Pisces energy. Both are the water element, which go out there. They go out there and they go within, right? Really deep within. It's really going deep within, you know, honestly. And as you go within, you also go without, right? And it's connecting to source, connecting to God's source, the divine, the universe, the higher realms, surrendering, right? Releasing, connecting with source, trusting. Like, if you feel powerless in your life, if you feel like you're in a situation, Taurus, like, this is about literally, like, letting go of control for a moment, okay? And giving it to, like, a higher, you know, your higher power, yourself, because ultimately higher power, guys, when I say that, as you know, if you've been part of the fam, it's within, it's your own power, okay? And then, you know, because, you know, it's always nice to feel like we don't have to do it alone. And when we're always depending on the work that we do on a physical and practical level, it's almost like we're only depending on that one side of living, which is the physical realm. But there's so many other parts that we can lean into, like the emotional side, the spiritual side, right? The mental capabilities that we have to create. So yeah, these are things that are being highlighted for you, my beautiful Taurus. Let's go ahead and pull another one. Okay, tranquility, Taurus. Beautiful, number 7. I love this. Yeah, like I see you really focusing at this time on bringing in peace. You want peace in your life. You want some sort of sense of relief when it comes to finances here, when it comes to money. A lot of you are being asked to make time to have spiritual practice. Again, I go back to this because we have Pisces energy. We have number 7. We have a white candle. We have the purple color. Okay, relaxation, right? Lavender type energy. So with the number 7, and which is a God number, it's the connection to source. It's a very mental energy. It's higher mindedness. It's true spirituality on a mental level, right? And Pisces energy is the higher realm. It's the other side. It's when we leave this life, right? There's something that that's being released, right? And so having time to go within, have peace and quiet, set the vibe, set the room, set the ambiance for yourself, put light candles, essential oils, whatever it is, and then do this work, take your journal, pray, meditate, go within, talk to God, It's a very important time to do this, okay? And you'll figure it out, is what I'm hearing, Taurus. You're figuring out. I'm just here to help you, support you, give you ideas, be a roadmap, be a mirror, okay? But in no way am I here to address anything for you because, well, first of all, it's not a personal, but also it's just, only only you can know what this is all about. Okay, let's see what your star family wants you to know. Message from your star family at this time. I am sorry, defenselessness, writing past wrongs, and uprooting. Yeah, I feel like there's something about, okay, so uprooting, when I heard that, I felt like moving, relocating. Some of you maybe went through something in your life that was traumatic, okay, when you had to maybe abruptly pick up and leave or move or displacement or something like that. Okay, so I'm sorry could be an external energy that wants to apologize to you, but I'm sorry is also you apologizing to you and forgiving yourself, right? And writing past wrongs within yourself, no longer carrying those burdens that are making you operate and show up in your life the way you do with yourself as it relates to money. Because I feel like a lot of this, my beautiful Taurus, is like either basing your self-worth on money. This could also have to do like basing your happiness or your security on money, right? Feeling like if you don't have the money, you're not good enough. You're not, like, there's something here that you're being looked at. And defenselessness is also you like feeling like in a situation where you almost feel helpless, for some of you, like, but you're not alone, you're not helpless. All of that is illusion. And so that's what's also needing, I see you releasing this through this death and rebirth. And the King of Swords wants you to bring justice into your life, balance into your life through your own thoughts and beliefs about yourself, about the way things played out in your life. Some of you are needing to like forgive the past and rewrite the story. What story have you been telling yourself and other people? Are you a victim of the past? Did things happen to you? Were things horrible? Or are you able to rewrite that story and maybe use different words? That's a big exercise, and that is also could be the case for some of you, something to think about. Because as long as you keep repeating things, even if you think that that it's the truth and that's how things were and things were done to you and blah, 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 blah. Not saying that's not true, okay? You can acknowledge that, but you can also shift the perception, shift the focal point, and not speak and recreate those things. Because if you recreate those things and in your memory bank, you're viewing something as victim, as you were the victim, you're always going to be the victim. You're always going to be the victim until you can shift that out and say, you know what, it happened for me. Empower yourself, right? Life happened for me. This bad experience was serving my highest good. I learned a lesson. It's the same thing with money, right? If there's a rough situation, it's about how can, you do that work. And guys, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's a walk in the park. I'm not saying I'm also not even saying that it's something that you do one time and it's perfect for the rest of your life. This is something that takes time. Like, that's what doing the work is. And reprogramming and deprogramming and healing. Like, we all go through this stuff and it's really heavy. And like, that's what I wanted to tap into with this reading. So here we are. But it's because I feel like a lot of us as a collective are needing to do our own like work at this time. I really do feel that, just like in terms of like the masses and everything, like I just see like certain things when I'm out and about, and like everyone has stuff, it's like mass healing is not just gonna happen because we want it to. Like we all need to do the work on ourselves, you know? And I'm certainly doing the work on myself. Like a lot of stuff came up for me yesterday and I was like, okay, you know? But it's always nice to have people around you that can support you. So hopefully you guys do have someone, okay, an air sign around you, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So show the world the real you. Speaking of Aquarius, full moon in Aquarius, Taurus, you're being asked to, you know, step out and not be afraid, take risks, show other sides of yourself that you keep hidden, right? Have faith in your goals and dreams, be bold, and go for what it is that you want, right? Forgive yourself as well for holding back, for being fearful, okay, about certain things, and just keep moving forward towards what it is that you truly want, right? Your guidance message, please. Self-care card for Taurus at this time. Flow like water, beautiful. So you're being asked to tap into the feminine element, the water element, to go with the flow, to attract and to allow, right? And receive instead of controlling and trying to be always having a grip on it all. This is kind of saying like, let loose, like trust a little more. Don't be so hard on yourself is what I'm hearing, Taurus. Like you're doing great. You're doing amazing. Strategizing financially and you have a plan and you are saving money and that's why you're being the way you are being or showing up here with money and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. Keep doing what you're doing. But when we spoke about all these things, it's just wanting you to also look at where is this stemming from, you know, as far as the intentionality or the energy behind the way we're moving forward. And so it's all deep stuff. Okay, deep stuff is not for everyone, you guys. I feel like the only reason I can even talk about this stuff is because I'm a Cancer sun, like sun and Cancer person. So it's like easy for me to dive into these topics and whatever. And like usually with friends and people in my life, like I love to like psychoanalyze and just like hear what they have to say and know what they're going through and then try to like problem solve. And that could be the Gemini part of me. But, and the Virgo part. But anyway, I love you all so much, Taurus. I hope this reading was not too much for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do. Hope it was of service to you. I hope it provided value, brought you some healing or guidance or support. And if it did, please smash the like button, guys. Show your support. It does mean a lot. If this reading was not your reading, that is a-okay. You can watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, and Rising, until you find the one that is for you, okay? So all the best to you, Taurus. Love you all, and I'll see you on the next one.